And Comic-Con kicking off tonight for those special pass holders. Now, our next guest has been coming to Comic-Con since 1991, originally as a spectator, as a fan. Now, folks are lining up to see him. Jimmy Palmiotti joins us here this morning, illustrator, writer. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Man, we've been chatting off camera here about all the stuff that you're up to. The latest big project, Jonah Hex. And it's being made into a movie right now, and I go down your resume, and it's as long as my arm.
Yeah, well, I enjoy what I do for a living, and it's easy to work. So it's it's not like anybody has to tell me to work harder. I enjoy it, so it's
So now you went to art school.
Yes.
And you went to school to be an illustrator.
I went to be an illustrator, and I went into advertising when I was younger, and out of college, I worked in advertising till I hit 30, and I realized that I didn't really want to do advertising anymore, and I wanted to pursue what I first loved, which was comic books. So
you're in your 30s when you start deciding that this is the career move you want to make.
Yeah, I started a little late. I kind of wish I started
cool.
younger. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. It's so inspiring to a lot of people that'll be out at Comic-Con that are just getting their start. And if they're, gosh, if they're in their teens or 20s, you can tell them, hey, you got all kinds of time.
Oh, I tell them you got plenty of time. Yeah.
Now you're going to be on a couple of panels there. You're going to talk about the Radical Creators panel.
Yes.
And then what's the other panel you're going to be on? Radical Publishing?
Well, it's Radical panel is about a new book that Justin Gray and I wrote called Time Bomb, and we're going to talk about that. And then the other panel is for the DC Comics for Power Girl, which is a book Justin and I do with Amanda Connor, who's the artist on it. She's a very famous, very beautiful artist.
Well, now, I got to get back to Jonah Hex for just a second here, because you were telling me you didn't create Jonah Hex. You kind of brought it back.
No, Jonah was created in the 70s, actually, for DC Comics, and it had a really good run. It lasted through the 70s, and then, like anything, people lose interest, and it gets, and it doesn't come out anymore. And Justin and I love the character, and we went after DC to try to get the book to write again, to relaunch it. We had our take on it, and they finally gave in to us, and we've been writing it now for the past 5 years, and it's been doing pretty good for us.
Must be doing okay, because Josh Brolin is now starring as Jonah Hex.
Yes.
Is it Layla? Is Megan Fox?
Yeah, I'm not sure what her the character.
Yeah,
her character isn't from the comic, but
it's a little added flair there.
Well, then, we write the comic, they make the movie, so that's.
Oh, there's Brolin as Jonah Hex. Are you happy with what he looks like?
Oh, he looks terrific.
You visited the set.
Justin and I visited. We had a nice quick visit, and we met Josh, and he looked amazing as Jonah. I mean, we were walking on air, because to see something that we write being brought to film is something we don't see very often. But
what is the character basically?
He's a bounty hunter. He's a real bastard. He's a real
not a nice guy.
Not a nice guy, but he's definitely driven, and he's the hardcore bounty hunter on the prowl all the time. And he's a really interesting character, because he's an anti-hero in a way, and he's just a mean guy.
But you met John Malkovich, who's also in the film.
We met the guys in the film. John is amazing. I mean, he's again, meeting these guys is very surreal for me, because we sit home and we write the comics, and to actually visit a set and meet movie stars, it's a big thrill. It's pretty.
That's
wild.
fun, but folks are going to be thrilled to meet you. I mean, does that ever stop and give you pause for just a moment when you think, wow, people are coming to see me?
Well, I definitely don't let it get to me, and I really appreciate it. I love meeting the fans. Being in San Diego is all about meeting the fans. People come out here from all over the world just to get their book signed, or just to spend a minute with you, and I try to be on as best I can, and that's the big thrill, to be able to talk about the work. And again, while I'm taking a break, I run around to the guys I want to meet. So the con itself is fun for me as well.
Good. Well, we're glad you're here, Jimmy. Have a great time. Enjoy Comic-Con. Of course, thanks. I don't have to tell you, you know your way around. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks so much. All right. For more information on when you can see Jimmy or all things Comic-Con, go to san diego6.com, click on Hot Topics.